What's up, everybody? Welcome to Barrelup Podcast. This is your host, John Carlos. I got my boy, Brando Cruz, back at it for another show. We got Daryl, the Guru, back. As he missed last show, we missed you, guy. We missed this guy.
We definitely did.
We missed you, guy. We missed this guy, but he's back, baby. We are Barrelup Podcast, and this is episode 29. Hope everybody's doing well. We just gave you guys an episode not too long ago, and we're back for episode 29. The whole crew's here. Here we go. Today we're going to talk about some interesting news that is happening around the game of baseball. A lot of young stars that are carrying their team, and we're going to start off with none less than Fernando Tatis Jr. Fernando Tatis Jr., quick recap. Let's go back. Fernando Tatis Jr. last year was his first official year. He did nothing but great things for the Padres, but he ended up a little bit on the short end of the stick as he got injured. But he didn't get injured because he was doing something erratic. He got injured for playing the game too hard. How does that sound in the 21st century of this world? Playing the game too hard and you get injured. That's unfortunate. But he's back at it again, playing the game very, very intensively, as he's hitting .316 for an average. He has 8 home runs, 18 RBIs, 24 hits in 19 games. Who wants to take it away and describe to the people how great this kid is for not only the Padres, but for the game of baseball? There's been talks on ESPN, there's articles about him and all that stuff that just came out that are saying that we're looking at the future face of baseball. Thoughts?
Well, to me, Fernando Tatis Jr. would have been the Rookie of the Year last year. Shout out to Pete Alonso. He did get hurt, so it didn't make validate his case.
Right.
But he is a guy. He's a spark plug. He's a great baseball player, young superstar. He carries the team with his bat. What I like about it this year is that he's hitting more for power. Has 8 home runs. The guy can steal bases. Leads the National League in stolen bases at the moment with 5.
He's a 5-tool player. He's
definitely 5-tool player. He's a spark player. He can carry a team. Wherever he goes, the Padres goes. And we're seeing that all around MLB. Like, these young players, they're maturing very quickly, and they can carry a team. Like we saw with Mr. Soto last year in the World Series. Man, he carried the National Championship, and hopefully the Padres want the same from Fernando Tatis.
The game is definitely getting younger, and we're seeing these stars not only take full grasp of the opportunity, but taking it and running with it, foot on gas pedal. Not only is he doing well, but let's talk about Juan Soto. Juan Soto, if you guys didn't know, he was out for the starting of the season. He just came back just last week, or this week, I should say. And the guy is off to a tear. Daryl, let's talk a little bit about Juan Soto and what he means to that team, dog. You were raving about him just before they won the World Series last year. Talk to me about what this guy has been doing this year.
I mean, my man, what was he batting? Tell me.
Right now, he is hitting 423 as an average, 4 home runs, right? 3 of those home runs.
All 4 came against the Mets in this 4-game series.
All 4 came against the Mets.
You want to be Chipper Jones?
This guy, he's the next face of that franchise. I mean, they got rid of Bryce Harper essentially for him.
Yeah.
Essentially for him, yeah.
And look, it paid off. World Series champions. You got this guy who's future MVP, future Gold Glover, future Silver Slugger, all that.
All of the above. And let's get him the little Soto shake. When he's up.
The shimmy.
The shimmy. Yo, Soto, what's crazy? I was playing MLB The Show the other day, and I was playing with the Nationals. They got the shimmy on the show. Yes. You already know.
Yeah.
Great props to you, my guy. You're doing very well for your team. The team obviously needed you because they were off to a so-and-so start. As soon as he comes back, he is carrying them just like he was carrying them last year. Young stars like him, Juan Soto. You got the shortstop, Trey Turner, right?
Trey Turner.
You have Adam Eaton as a veteran that is doing great things for that team. You have the World Series most valuable player,
Steven Strasburg.
Howie Kendrick.
And Steven
Strasburg. They still have great players, man.
Victor Robles, because there's so many good players, he just falls like nobody speaks about him. But
he's very good.
He's a very good center fielder, can cover a lot of ground. He doesn't hit for power that much, but he can produce with the bat. His bat plays.
And you have players that care about that team getting ejected from the freaking stands. Like
Shout out Steven Strasburg.
Strasburg, the best pitcher on that team, right? Or arguably the best pitcher on that team because you have
Max Scherzer.
Max Scherzer. What the hell happened that he got ejected from the stands? Right now, sorry to cut you off, you're about to talk. Every major league team has like an offset sitting situation where they sit some of the players in the stands to make more room.
That aren't playing. So
what the hell was he doing?
They can maintain the social distancing. So it was I think bases loaded. Pete Alonso was at the plate, and it was 2-2. There was a fastball. It was a little low. I was watching the game today, and it was called ball 3. Dave Martinez, the manager, he said something.
No, the manager, sorry.
The manager said something, was nothing. But Steven Strasburg cursed the umpire out. And the umpires mid game just stopped and was like, "Yo, you're out." The clubhouse was like, Who's getting?
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, they pointed at each other like us. They were like, "No, behind you out." So Steven Strasburg tipped his hat to the guy. Was like, "Are you serious?" Tipped the hat to the umpire and walked off.
Class act.
I'm guessing he went to the bus because you can't. There's nowhere for you to go. You can't go to the clubhouse. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, I don't know when he went, but yeah, he got thrown out. It was just hilarious.
That's one of the most dramatic things that have happened this week. Just last week, the Astros and the Athletics got into a major brawl. So not only can't we contain the coronavirus, but even with high hopes of teams that don't really play the playoffs, making it to the playoffs, you have players like Ramon Laureano that can't contain themselves and charge coaching staffs for the other team. I'm not saying that the Astros don't deserve what's coming to them, but bro,
wait.
You want to play baseball or not?
That was his 4th time getting hit. That was serious.
That series?
Ramon Laureano, which I didn't know, through MLB Network and those analysts, I was informed that he was in the Astros organization in their farm system. Okay. So he knows a lot of the guys, including the guys pretty much that all hit him. They all used to play together in the minor leagues before he got traded to Oakland. So that's why he took more offense. Why am I being targeted? What did I do?
Right.
Which is why it was like a melting pot. And then when he got to first base, Alex Cinchon, which I don't. You're a coach. I understand you played. But you don't do that. You don't mouth off to a player.
Shut the front door and just coach, brother.
Yeah, you're not even a manager. You're not even a bench coach. You're like a infield coach. What are you doing, bro? It's not like. This
is not good for baseball.
It's not.
It's not good for baseball because, fighting is not good for anything. You could resolve things, talking, whatever. It's not good for baseball, especially right now where you're supposed to be 6 feet away from everybody before baseball gets taken away from us, the fans, and everybody that wants to watch the game. Because now, you, Ramon Laureano, you're suspended for 6 games. There's other players. Every game that passes by, the team needs every player. The team needs you. You got to think wisely. Darryl, what are your thoughts?
I mean, kudos to Ramon Laureano. In that situation, I would have reacted.
I would have
the
done
same
it.
way.
Yeah, I would have done it.
You got somebody who's not even a player. He's a hitting coach, instigating a fight, and I'm man to man. If you're talking shit to me, I'm coming at you. So
true.
I mean, Alex Cinchon got a 20-game suspension.
Alex Cinchon got a 20 games.
I feel like he should have got fired. What are you doing?
He got sent home. In this situation, I don't feel bad for the Astros. Like you guys said.
No, I don't feel bad for the Astros.
I don't.
Maybe, let's look at it both ways. Ramon Laureano gets hit 4 times in that series. Boom, okay. And the Astros are tired of getting sorry for cursing. But yeah, they're tired of getting all this backlash. But they deserve it.
They do.
They deserve it. You guys did what you did.
Facts.
And you deserve it. Facts. Right? So, Correa, shut up. Take everything you're taking. You struck out nasty looking on that pitch by... What was the guy's name? The ex-Red Sox?
Oh, Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly. Just take it, bro. Little crybaby. Anyway, let's keep on talking about some positive stuff, right?
No, on a side note, there was going to be a little confrontation with Juan Soto today.
Oh, yeah?
Because the Nationals, they hit J.D. Davis. So, therefore, Doug Peterson, rookie pitcher, he was throwing a little wild, watching the game. He was a little erratic. And he hit Juan Soto in the back. Nothing crazy. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't for the head. And Juan Soto, he's a very colorful guy. That's how they call him. Colorful player. Not a person. A lot of personality. And he he got hit, stared down the pitcher, got stared down, and then they got warned. Luis Rojas comes out like, why we got warned? Because he got hit and he made a whole deal of it. I just feel like sometimes if you do get hit, it's unintentional, man. Just take your base, bro, and just don't make it a thing.
Especially this year, right? Everybody needs to play their best level of baseball. Right. So, that was Juan Soto. Talked about the Juan Soto, comeback. We talked about the Astros. Now let's talk about, the face of baseball.
The real face of baseball.
The real face of baseball. The guy that doesn't get into fights, doesn't get into arguments with anybody, hits the crap out of the ball, plays hard day in, day out. I don't know if he will win a World Series within the next 10 years, but he is the face of baseball, the best player in baseball for the last 10 years, I would say. 9-10 years. Mike Trout. Mike Trout didn't start the season the first game. Why? Because he is now a new father. So, congratulations to Mike Trout. He has a baby boy. The baby boy, if you look him up right now, he has a baseball reference page. His name is
Beckham.
Beckham Trout. He is going to be a baseball player. God bless you and your family, Mike Trout. And God bless your talent. Why? Because not only do you not start the season, you are not ready for the season because nobody was. And you come back, you put your big boy pants on. You have 60 at-bats, right, so far, averaging .333 and hitting 8 home runs. So just like a week ago, we were talking about the the AL leader in home runs, Aaron Judge, with 6 or 7, and Mike Trout said, hold up, bro. What you talking about?
Chill.
8 home runs for me. Tu tá louco, 8 home runs for my guy right here. Beast. Will he ever win a championship is the question.
I don't think so.
Oh my God, why?
That team, you mentioned the Angels, that team just doesn't click to me, honestly.
And they're going out for big market guys like Rendon. They have Ohtani. Ohtani, in my belief, you guys can prove me wrong if you can. Ohtani is a great hitter, a great pitcher, but just cannot stay healthy.
I think in my opinion, it's the franchise. They're ruining that man's career. They keep pushing him to pitch. Just let him rest.
Let him rest.
Yeah,
Take that time in the DL. He's a great position player. In Japan, he was a beast.
Right.
He plays shortstop. He plays the outfield. He's a great right fielder. If you put him in the outfield,
he's gonna
have him hit
produce.
every day. He's gonna produce. So
gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta let that arm rest for a little bit.
It's not easy to throw 100 miles every 5 days on the mound. This kid was throwing like 100 miles at age 16. He's still throwing 100 miles. Yeah, it's gonna fucking burn. It's gonna burn. Let it burn. Anyway, let's keep on talking about some positive news. We have on the other side of things in the National League in the AL West. Correct?
NL West.
No,
Sorry, NL West. NL West.
NL West.
We have Charlie Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon, remember that name? Just a couple years back, he was trying to go for the MVP title.
One of the best hitters, consistent hitters in the past 5 years in the National League. Always, he's been an all-star. I think all the past 4 years. I believe.
Right.
Guy can hit, and now he's producing. He's hot. He's he's hitting the cover off the baseball, and
he's on fire.
Yeah.
I believe nobody holds a better average than this guy right now. Just like 2 days ago, he was hitting 566 for 33. You know what that is? I don't care if there's a condensed season. I don't care if it's a 2-week season. I don't care if it's a 1 month season. It's all about performance, and this guy is really performing. Right now, he's hitting 472 for an average for the season. 34 hits, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs in 18 games. Those are MVP numbers if he keeps it up. Darryl, Charlie Blackmon, how meaningful is he to that squad?
Well, he's one of the heart and souls. You got Arenado there, you got Trevor Story, but he is the main man leading the charge. Right now, they're sitting at first place.
Sitting in first place.
West. And they're trying to contend. They got a great team, in my opinion. They got a couple veterans, and they got Matt Kemp. They picked him up from Miami. Matt Kemp is producing. I mean, that team, they got the pitching, they got the prospects. They're ready to go.
Danny Murphy's bat has come alive. I thought Danny Murphy was done, to be honest.
Even because of that knee issue or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the hottest players right now within the game of baseball. within the past week. We're going to talk to you about the MLB standings, where every team stands right now, as of right now. Before we give you the actual standings, we're going to give you the live looking as to what happened today. Daryl, talk to me a little bit about that. The Red Sox got spanked. Yes, the Red Sox got spanked. 17-8. Dog.
That seems to be the trend of the season for the Red Sox, unfortunately. But right now, if you play the Red Sox, it's almost a guaranteed win. They did get smoked 17-8 today. They had position players pitching. It's really that bad.
It got ugly quick.
I think it's so bad right now that JD Martinez is gonna opt out of this year. After this year.
No,
He has an opt-out.
I was actually reading up. So since the whole shortened season, the MLB trade deadline is coming up. They were talking about they might be able to move JD somewhere. We will have to see what's coming up in the upcoming weeks.
In reference to that, I mean, he is an acquired taste to certain teams, but you have to be able to produce. And right now, his bat's getting a little bit warm. It's getting hot.
It's getting hot now.
At the beginning, he wasn't looking so good. So, trade deadline is literally 2 weeks.
2 weeks
So
away.
let's see if the beginning of the season affects that decision going forward. But a team like the Red Sox, and with new management, with a new GM, I wouldn't put it past some of the star players leaving.
Do you feel like the Red Sox are on the verge of rebuilding?
I feel like we're in a rebuild now, but I feel like compared to other teams,
We're not that bad. We're not that bad. Because
Offensively, we're not bad.
No.
If we could just rebuild the pitcher rotation, the staff, get guys to come back, guys who are unhealthy, who are on a
No,
deal.
you guys have a good team. You got Verdugo, Benintendi,
Verdugo just hit
Brandy.
2 home runs the other day.
Rafael Devers just came back off the
It's
injured
it's all
list.
positive. Offensively, defensively, it's all positive. It's just the pitching. When we get the pitching right, Red Sox is going to be scary, man.
I'm going to second that and not concur, because I'm going to say that it's not all positive. Why? Because the Red Sox just lost Benintendi.
Yes.
What happened to Benintendi, guys?
Benintendi is out because he was banged up on a play. He has a strained rib cage and he was placed on the 10-day IL. So
What other notable injuries are occurring right now as we speak?
So right now,
This is
notable
not good.
injuries, as we're talking about, which is, I hate talking about injuries, but it happens because we are human.
Right.
Ronald Acuna, will sit out this weekend series in Miami with a bulky left wrist. He didn't play the past 2 games that they played here in the Bronx in Yankee Stadium. So they're going to pretty much monitor him day to day and see what's going on. But he is definitely not playing this weekend. Aaron Judge, this guy cannot stay out of his own way. He's having a monster first 2 weeks of the season, hitting the cover off the baseball,
But he's
hitting the
injured
ball to all fields, and now he's hurt.
I feel like he's a linebacker. He's a linebacker playing baseball, and he does it very well, but he just can't stay on the field for the last 2 years.
He can't. He has lower body tightness. He's dealing with the effects of playing 4 games on the artificial turf at Tropicana Field. They're saying that that's the cause to why he's hurt. We already said Benintendi. Jeff McNeal got, I don't know if you guys saw it today.
I'm just looking at it right now.
Fielding a ball as I'm playing it here on the computer. He was fielding a ball, hitting the gap, made a great catch, but unfortunately the wall caught him. No pun intended.
Damn.
But yeah, he had a very bad injury. He has a right knee contusion. I think he's day to day being monitored. Hopefully, it's nothing serious and he can come back. So yeah, Cano's coming back on a happy note. Cano's coming back tomorrow. The Mets will be playing the Philadelphia Phillies down in Philadelphia. He will be back. They did lose Michael Walker. Shoulder inflammation.
We can't catch a break, I'm telling you. But the break that we did catch, talking about the Mets, Andres Jimenez has stepped up big time.
Yes.
His rookie, stepping up to the plate in a big way, because also Ahmed Rosario is out.
Also, like you said, he stepped up. Luis Guillorme, who stepped up for Cano.
He's also been doing very well.
He had 3 hits today. And he's hitting, I think, 8 for 11 from the past 4 games. So he's producing, and that's good. That's very. They need that production.
Like I said earlier, when one guy falls, another one picks the whole team up. Darryl, what are the standings looking like? Who's in first place? Who's not?
Well, right now, surprisingly, not so surprisingly, but it's a little bit earlier than expected. The Miami Marlins are leading the NL East.
The team that had 19 players.
19 players hit with COVID. They came back with a whole new roster and started winning games.
Damn. So they have We have the Miami Marlins 8-4 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Braves 11-9, sitting for second or first, tied for first, maybe, I don't know. Washington Nationals in third place with a 6-8 record. New York Mets in fourth place with an 8-11 record, and the Philadelphia Phillies in fifth place with a 5-8 record. That division right there is very, very close. They're playing winner takes all. There's a 3.5 game competition. Basically, everybody's 3.5 games back of each other except for the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. Remember, guys, in every division, the top 2 teams are going to make it to the playoffs.
Correct.
So it's a winner take all. In the NL Central, you got the best team in baseball right now, the Chicago Cubs. God damn it, 12-3.
Percentage wise, because the Oakland A's have the best record winning wise. They have 13 wins. Nobody else has
13 wins. Okay. And the Chicago Cubs are in first place with a 12-3 record. Cincinnati Reds seconding them with an 8-10 record, 5.5 back. The Brewers with a 7-9 record, 5.5 back as well. The Cardinals haven't played in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they haven't.
The Cardinals, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with that organization.
Unfortunately, I was reading up that if they come back this weekend, starting tomorrow, to play their games, they would have to play 55 games in 45 days. So you guys do the math.
A lot of doubleheaders.
A lot of doubleheaders. 7-inning doubleheaders for the first time in the live era of baseball. 7-inning doubleheaders. COVID really effed everything up. For real.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, the Cardinals are, I don't even know what the hell's going to happen. And the Pirates are in last place with 8-12 record.
3-13.
Sorry, 3-13.
Yeah, the Pirates are playing baseball just to develop themselves, to get better.
Just to have something to do for the day.
Yeah.
In the last division of the National League, we have the NL West. We have the Colorado Rockies in first place with a 12-6 record. We have the LA Dodgers second in the NL West with a 12-7 record.
You got the Padres.
Half game back. We have the Padres with an 11-8 record, 1.5 games back. Really competitive right there. Arizona Diamondbacks with an 8-11 record, 4.5 back. And the San Francisco Giants,
who are in the developed stage of what would you like to call the season right now?
They have the Panda, for God's sakes.
Yeah, hitting third. No offense, but Sandoval, you're not the same Sandoval as when the decade started. Man.
You're a burger. Anyway, yeah. They are 8-12. Now, moving on to the AL East. Los malditos Yankees. Diablo esto. The Yankees are in first place with a 12-6 record. They are raking right now. They have Clint Frazier back. Give the boy a chance for once in the life. No, but like, give the guy at least 10 games in a row. See what the hell he can do.
Look what he did yesterday. He had a huge night. He went 3 for 4, had a home run. The guy can play, man. He was talented. He was talented as one of the top prospects when he was drafted by Cleveland. Came up through the system. He was very high. They're very high on him. They traded him away for I think it was Andrew Miller at the time.
Right.
Back in like 16 or something like that.
2016.
Right.
And the guy can play. He can play, man. And hopefully he gets his time. Unfortunately, it's because Aaron Judge is out, but. As long as he's producing them, man, it's not. You
know what doesn't help him? The fact that you have players like the old man right there in the Yankees. Brett Gardner, who just came off his best season last year, 28 home runs, like 82 RBIs at the age of like 36. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't help him because then you have guys like Aaron Hicks that throw 105 from the outfield and has a $70 million contract that nobody's taking him from center field. You have freaking Aaron Judge that even if he gets injured, he's going to hit 35 plus. I'm sorry. Trade the guy. Do something.
Yeah, right.
There's teams that need that kind of talent, that kind of player.
Yes, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Tampa Bay Rays in second place with an 11-8 record. My man Willie Adames, my boy Willie Adames.
Shout out Willie.
He just hit a freaking bomb yesterday. As I was seeing earlier, he had a triple and a single with RBIs. They're only 1.5 games back. The Baltimore Orioles, goddamn, surprisingly, only 2 games back with a 9-7 record. Toronto Blue Jays, 4th place, 6-9 record, 4.5 games back.
Correction. The Buffalo Blue Jays.
Oh,
remember,
the Buffalo.
they're not playing in Toronto.
They are not playing in Toronto.
Buffalo Blue Jays.
Let's stop right there and let's talk a little bit about the Toronto Blue Jays. What the hell happened yesterday?
Man, that team.
They look like the old Yankees yesterday.
This is the first time in MLB history a team to hit 7 home runs in one game and still lose. They were up, what, 11?
No, they were down 11-3.
11-3.
Came back and tied the game.
To
and then lost 14-11.
They had an 8-run surge, meaning 8 runs. They came back to tie the game. You had players like Vladdy Jr. hitting home runs. You had Bo Bichette, the first baseman.
Rowdy Tellez.
No, not Tellez. Travis Shaw hitting bombs, third baseman. You know, they are a very promising team. They got Ryu as their number 1 pitcher right now. Young talent. You have Biggio. You have Gurriel the brother. Teoscar Hernandez tearing the cover off the ball like he always does year in through year out. And my favorite in that team right now, I would have to say, is Bo Bichette, who is commanding the shortstop just like I do. We have a timer here. We're timing ourselves for being the best podcast hosts in the world. Anyway, the Boston Red Sox, moving on forward, the Boston Red Sox are 6-13.
Red Sox
they lost today.
Red Sox are done.
Yikes. But let me give them some props. That's my
your team.
Favorite team in the American League as well. So I have 2 teams, Red Sox and Mets. I was going to say the Yankees. I don't know how. Anyway, they don't have Chris Sale. They don't have Eduardo Rodriguez. They have Nathan Eovaldi, but he can't do it all. There's no iron team.
And they got the guy, I think he used to sell hot dogs in the stands the year before. They got him pitching, you know.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
there's no iron team, but there's an iron win. They're not winning.
I heard the parking vendor is their closer. He just got picked up.
Hey, listen, if you can pitch, if you played in high school, middle school, little league,
if
you can pitch, Boston is
Boston is trash, bro. That's
the
crazy.
Red Sox.
We need that.
Red Sox! We're gonna go there.
Listen. You guys gonna be upset. You guys won a championship 2 years ago. It's all right.
Yeah,
I'm a Mets fan, 86. Anyways, Bill Buckner.
Moving on to the AL Central. Lo Minnesota Twins are up in the freaking Central.
Yes.
First place, 12-7 record.
But Houston, we have a problem.
Go ahead.
Josh Donaldson is out.
What, for how long?
Straight calf. They don't know if he's going to come back. He's doing light baseball activities. He's just taking swings and grounders, but he is moving very gingerly, so
not for nothing.
What's going to happen.
There's not that many players like Nelson Cruz that are 40 that can produce and stay on the field like that.
True.
You know, Josh Donaldson, I love you as a player, but you're a sneaky mofo. You know why? Because not only did you get $23 million for 1 year in the Atlanta Braves system, and you get 92 at age 36.
No. He's
92 million.
He's young.
Bro, he's like 35.
No, he's not.
All right, look it up. He's in his 30s.
He's
92 million.
He's like 32.
All right, check it out. 92 million for 4 years with the Minnesota Twins. Quietly, you're raking in so far in your major league career around $200 million. Because you had way more. You had $60 million contract with the Toronto Blue Jays before, or something like that.
He is 34. You're right.
I have like a photogenic memory. I see things and it captured it. But he's a great player. I hope you get healthy.
Even better agent.
Who? Scott Boras?
I mean, obviously, you get those contracts at that age.
Scott
with
Boras.
those numbers.
Crap. There's a lot of players that aren't playing right now that should definitely be playing in the majors and can't get 1 year.
4 years, $92 million. Josh, you the man.
Ladronazo.
Anyway, you the man.
The Detroit Tigers, you know, the old Detroit Tigers. You got my man Miguel Cabrera hitting bombs.
Miguel Cabrera's in shape.
Miguel Cabrera's hitting bombs.
He needs to find the right team. That's where he needs to go. A good team.
He's not going anywhere.
Yes, he is.
I seen them yesterday. They played Chicago yesterday. It's probably one of the best games I've seen the whole season. They played really great baseball yesterday. I'm surprised by Detroit.
Detroit Tigers are in second place with a 9-7 record, 1.5 back. The Chicago White Sox, we were just talking about that team, that hefty team. We're going to talk about one player in particular right now. They are in third place with a 10-9 record, 2 games back. And they have a young sensation by the name of Luis Robert, who players have said, and when I say players, I'm going to name one. Eloy Jimenez just said the other day that he is the next Mike Trout. Brando, your favorite youngster. The Indians in 4th place, 2 games back with a 10-9 record. Okay, and then in last place, this is a team that has been rebuilding for a while now, and they have some young stars. What's his kid's name? Selly Matias, man, from Santiago. Freaking beast, bro.
Great outfielder.
Great outfielder for the Royals. They are 4 games
Shout
back.
out MLB The Show. Wrote to the show that we got called up together.
Oh, yeah?
Shout out to
you.
both of y'all.
Shout out to both of y'all. And now moving on to the AL West, we have the Oakland A's in 1st place with a 13-6 record. Best percentage in baseball, right, guys?
Yes.
Texas Rangers in 2nd place with a 8-9 record, 4 games back. The Houston Astros, yes, the Houston Astros, with
You are like happy, like they're doing bad.
I want to say I'm happy, but they deserve everything that's happening to them.
True.
They're in 3rd place, 4.5 games back with an 8-10 record. Altuve ain't hitting jack this year.
Yeah,
they gave Altuve the weekend off. They sent him home so he could clear his mind.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, how do you do that to an MVP?
There's nobody pressing buttons now. He can't. You don't know what's coming now.
How do you do that to an MVP player? All right. Anyway, the Los Angeles Dodgers, not them, the Angels, 6 games back, 4th in the AL West.
They will be playing the Dodgers though tomorrow. Freeway Series. Tune in.
Right?
9 o'clock.
And the
Fox.
Seattle Mariners, which are, to me, the worst team in baseball. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
the worst team. Yeah,
the
they
Red
are.
Sox are. You can take it.
Let's go by record. Let's go by 11-8 to 17-13.
We're not gonna compare this.
Oh shit! No, I'm sorry. The Red Sox 6-12. That was the Rays record.
So
6-12 to
8.
7-8.
All
Well,
right.
6-13 now.
Exactly. But hey, they're on a rebuild. Kyle Lewis, keep doing your thing, young man. You are.
Kyle Lewis, I
You're
was
gonna be all-star,
going to mention him. He's batting .357, 4 home runs with 13 RBIs.
Rookie
year. So there's a lot of rookie players that have a lot of potential of winning the Rookie of the Year. We'll see who does that. Okay. Now, for the grand finale.
You want to call
For
this episode.
the most important part of this episode, we're going to talk about something very, very important. We're going to go down in memory lane. We're going to go down to Caballo lane, Mr. Goat lane, and we're going to talk about who is the best DH, not active. Not talking about the active players. We're talking about retired. Who is the best retired DH
All
of all
time.
time?
That's it. There's only one answer to that.
Who is the and we're going to name 3 players. We're going to have a comparison for the top 3 DHs.
Yes.
Guys, in the comments, if you have any other player, I swear to you won't. Try me right now. You won't have any other contenders than these 3 right here.
You won't.
We do comparisons just 2 players, but this one, we had to do 3.
We have to do 3.
So we're gonna start with the Hall of Famer himself, Edgar Martinez, versus Frank the Big Hurt Thomas, versus Big Papi.
Big Papi Ortiz.
So
Shout out Throwback Thursday.
those are the best. All 3 are the by far the best DHs that have played so far within the game of baseball. I'm going to give you the last stats. We're going to give you the best out of those 3 here, and you make your own opinion. But we are going to talk about number for number, stat for stat. I already know this guy. Let's go.
Stat for
There's only one
stat.
answer, but I'll let them argue.
All right, so here we go.
Wait. Before we do this is what I wanted. This is a good thing you said that there's only one answer. Out of those 3, Daryl, who do you think is the best DH of all time?
Before looking at
In
the
your
stats.
opinion, before the fans.
We're looking at
hear the
stats, in my opinion, as the role designated hitter, the man who dominated in that position the most is David Ortiz.
Okay.
Big Papi, he
All
says.
right. What about you?
Okay, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. And I have to keep a stack because I am very detailed. Obviously,
and you're very biased because you're a Red Sox fan, but keep going.
But I'm not going to give you. I give you stats accordingly, and I'm going to give you the stats right now.
Okay.
And the facts. Obviously, I would love to say David Ortiz, and I strongly feel that David Ortiz is the winner in this conversation before looking at the stats. But there's one little dark dot that stains his name, which was the Balco report back when he was mentioned in that whole steroids conversation. So that's why
Allegations. Innocent until proven guilty. Never proven guilty.
Allegations.
All right.
We'll see.
All right, Daryl.
But when it comes out of your mouth, the player saying, "Yeah, I used," even though you didn't get tested positive for it. Yeah, I used. That's not good. Anyway, the big hurt is a Hall of Famer. So is Edgar Martinez.
Correct.
Will David Ortiz be a Hall of Famer? That's the question right there.
Hell no.
Now we're gonna go.
You don't think so?
He won't.
100%.
He's making it.
He's making it.
All right. Now we're gonna look at the
100%.
stats.
All right.
Las estadísticas, papá.
So listen, guys. I said David Ortiz before even like just bringing it up this conversation and looking up the stats and stuff. I was like, for me, it was David Ortiz. But after looking up the stats, I had a change of
opinion.
Yes.
I gotta hear this.
So we're gonna talk about first with David Ortiz.
David Ortiz, Big Papi, the first player we're looking up stats for.
He played 19 seasons in the major leagues.
19 years, almost 20.
3-time world champion, 10-time All-Star, 7-time Silver Slugger Award winner,
Goddamn.
World Series MVP, ALCS MVP. Of course, ALCS 2004, 4-3. We're not going to talk about the Yankee fans. We're sorry, Yankee fans.
Not
We
really.
don't want to bring back that nightmare.
Those are great accolades for a DH.
For a DH.
All those awards.
For a player, not even a DH. A
For
player.
a player, right.
In the majors, yes. He had 2,472 hits, 541 home runs. He batted a career 286
Almost 300.
with 1,768 RBIs, on-base percentage of 380, a slugging of 552 with an OPS of 931.
What was his career WAR?
His career WAR was 55.3. That's very, compared to the other two, it's low.
WAR stands for winning above replacement, meaning
Yes.
if he's not on the team that day, what happens when he's not on the team
But
or when he's on the team?
Here's the argument of that. David Ortiz is designated hitter. These other two were position players who got too old to play the position, so they became designated. So continue, my fault.
That's David Ortiz right there in 19 years.
His
He was a
postseason
286 hitter, right?
286. His postseason stats, he's way better than the other two guys postseason wise. Of course, this guy was Mr. Clutch. In my opinion, this guy, whenever you needed him in the playoffs, he got it. He had 17 home runs, 61 RBIs. He hit 289, had 88 hits, and 59 walks as career postseason numbers. Those numbers are good, are very good. Very good.
He did damage. He
80
was the Yankees' papa.
especially the 88 hits. So now we're going to go to Edgar Martinez, Mr. Mariner, I like to call him. He was
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. He played 18 seasons in the major leagues. The guy did it all for the Mariners. He had 2,247 hits.
Who had more, him or David?
David did by maybe a season more.
Okay.
309 home runs.
309 home runs?
Yes.
300
309.
Career batting average 312.
312. The guy hit. He was just a hitting
He was a
machine.
hitting machine. He taught Alex how to hit. Anyway.
1,261 RBIs. 418 on base. 515 slugging. A 933 OPS. A little higher than David. He was a 7-time All-Star. 2-time batting title. And a 5-time Silver Slugger Award winner. Career WAR was 68.4.
So, I would say that the only two stats that ring a bell when it comes to comparing those two players would be the WAR and the average. Because David Ortiz had way more home runs
And the OPS.
and the OPS.
And the on-base percentage is higher
For who?
for Edgar Martinez.
Okay.
And the slugging is not the difference isn't too much.
What about postseason stats?
Postseason stats, of course, the Mariners, they always got to the playoffs, but unfortunately never passed the first round. Too many good American League teams. That's when the Yankees won 4 out of 5 or 6, whatever the case was.
Right.
Even though they had King Griffey, A-Rod, they could never get over that hump. He had 8 home runs, 24 RBIs, hit 266, 34 hits, and 19 walks. That's not a bad sample size, but I mean, he only played in 4 or 5 series, so that's only first round. So now we move on to Frank Thomas.
The big hurt.
The big hurt guy was huge. I would have been afraid to face him as a pitcher. I would have been like, yeah, give him 4. He's
Question. So the big hurt used to play first base, correct? Yeah. He used to play
Yes.
first base. Okay. He was converted into obviously a DH, only hitting. All right. What was his stats? I want to hear this. How many years did he play?
Frank Thomas played 19 seasons for the White Sox, A's, and Blue Jays. He had 2,468 hits.
Who had the most hits out of all three?
David Ortiz by 4.
By 4. Okay.
By 4.
By 4 hits.
Home runs, David Ortiz has it, 541. Frank Thomas is in second place with 521.
20 more home runs than
Career batting average of 301.
Oof.
Second best. So David Ortiz had the worst batting average out of all
286,
players.
not that bad.
286, not that bad. Sure, but 300 is better.
The premier.
He had 1,704 RBIs. Pretty much like 64 from David Ortiz. So they're very close right there in the power numbers. 419, which is a stat, well, not staggering because he only had one more point than Edgar Martinez, but compared to David Ortiz, which these guys said he was the best DH in their opinion, he surpasses him by 40%. 40 points, sorry.
Facts.
Slugging percentage, 555, and an OPS of 974, which is way higher than the other two guys. He was a 2-time MVP.
Oh, that's a stat
4-time
right there.
Civil Slugger.
That's a stat right there.
He was when he played in Toronto, Major League Player of the Year. I don't know what that means or stands for. He was a 5-time All-Star and won a batting title. So career-wise, with his offensive numbers, to me,
You're gonna say the big hurt?
he was, yes, he produced more in a sense.
Well, when we look at WAR, I don't like WAR.
And the
as a
WAR,
stat.
I'm sorry,
I don't
and
like
the
WAR as
WAR.
a stat. I don't like WAR as a stat.
Yes, but you have to understand, MLB is getting very analytical nowadays.
But like
The WAR was 73.8. So we're talking about 18 points higher than David Ortiz and 6 points higher than Edgar Martinez.
I'm gonna tell you this much.
So it's up for debate. You guys in the comments, let us know.
Let us know.
What do you guys think? Of course, everybody loves David Ortiz. I
David
love David
Ortiz.
Ortiz because this guy, Dominican, big copy, you know the whole.
I'm gonna give you another stat. He
But-
played in a tougher division. He played in a tougher division than what. I'm not saying that the Big Hurt didn't face tougher pitchers. He just played in a tougher division where you had the Yankees.
Daryl wants to say something.
And you know, David Ortiz produced against that
Nah, you're right.
stacked
You're
of a
right.
division. You know,
But-
always.
But listen, everybody that's in the major leagues, you're there for a reason. They're all professionals.
Correct.
It's not a piece of cake.
Two out of these 3 players are already in the Hall of Fame.
True.
My only
And the
question-
Hall of Famer, Frank Thomas, yes.
Correct.
Hall of Fame.
My only question is David Ortiz going to make it? I don't know. We'll see. Numbers wise, he got it. Now, reputation wise, and you know, cleanliness wise, we shall see. But I take David Ortiz. Go ahead.
So here's my main argument. All right, so these guys, Frank Thomas, shout out to them because I'm a fan of them. You know, nothing against them, but they put it against probably one of my favorite, greatest player I've ever seen. One of the greatest.
Who?
David Ortiz.
Right.
Here's my main argument. David Ortiz played in a time. Came up at what, like 92?
Yeah.
He played in the height of the steroid era.
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz.
97.
96. He played in the height.
97.
97, yeah.
Oh, he did.
The
97.
height of the steroid era. You
Right.
got pitchers juiced out the ass throwing gas. Compared to Edgar Martinez, who last season was what, 94? Frank Thomas, who played way before that. You have to match the level of competition. If you throw David Ortiz in that time of Frank Thomas, Edgar Martinez, his numbers will be even more crazier.
You think so?
I believe 100%.
100%.
You gotta match the competition. David Ortiz came in where baseball was probably at its highest level, allegedly, with all the cheating, all the stuff, all the steroids, all that stuff.
True.
The talent was crazy. So I weigh that the most.
Well, we have said it all today. He took the big hurt, Frank Thomas.
I take Frank Thomas.
I take David Ortiz because of the stats, the production in the playoffs, you know, most valuable player as well in the World Series MVP, and because he played in that division for almost 20 years, manhandling the Yankees. He already told you why. My name is John Carlos. We got Brando.
I'm
Cruz,
Mr. Cruz.
Mr. Cruz, and we got the Mr. Guru to the right of me, to the left of me when you see it in the camera. It has been a pleasure, my guys, to treat you to this amazing video. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Barrelup Podcast on YouTube. We will have merchandise coming out, season 2 of Barrelup Baseball Training, Barrelup Podcast, the whole spiel. We'll have the merchandise coming out. It has been a pleasure, my guys. Until next time, we love you. Boom.
Stay safe.